Hi, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse get free and stay free. Before we get started with today's video, I'd like to take a moment to thank James for your donation to the channel. Thank you so much, James. It's greatly appreciated. Over and over again, victims have asked, when does this end? When does this stop? How can I make this stop? Well, I've got some breaking news for you guys, and I want to talk about that today. Many times we've felt that the narcissist kind of had an inside track on us, knew when to hurt us, knew how to hurt us, knew what buttons to push. Well, let me tell you, they do seem to know things about us. And we have so much more power than we admit to, that we acknowledge, that we seem to internalize. It's almost like we just can't take our power back. Reality is, we hold all the cards. These weak and frail, ego-shattered monsters have no power over us. The only power they have over us is the power that we willingly give up to them. Now, when you've decided you've had enough, you want a quality life, you're not going to be anybody's doormat, you refuse to have your soul sucked out of you, your finances destroyed, your relationships crippled, when you decide you've had enough and you go, you leave, you block the thing in all directions, and if it can find another way in, you do not respond, you block it again, you shut it down, you close the portal to hell, you are absolutely 100% in control. Now, in a case like this, with the narcissist having this sort of evil witchcraft kind of voodoo inside track, they sense this. They know this. They know that you have removed yourself from the narc harem, that you are not going to be some little doll to be played with that sits patiently waiting to be hoovered. They are going to know this about you, and they, frightened little worms that they are, will run away. Now, even if you've gone, and you've gone no contact, but you have been longing for them, you have been wishing things were different, and you are willing to try again, if you are truly susceptible to the possibility of a hoovering, trust me, these creatures are going to sense that in you too. You know these things are horrible. You know these things have gravely damaged your life, your heart, your soul, your mind, your relationships, your finances. You know intellectually what they've done to you, but somehow in your heart, you're still hanging on. It's kind of like you notice there's crap in your cat litter box. You clean the cat litter box. You put the crap in a bag. You put the bag of crap on the curb. The garbage man takes away the bag of crap, and then you sit there pondering, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have thrown that crap away. Maybe I should have hung on to that crap. When you put the crap to the curb, you're not really supposed to worry what happened to the contents of your litter box. Why are you sitting there wondering, what happened to your bag of cat shit? Are you worried if it got crushed, end up at the dump? I mean, it's shit. It's shit, and you put it out. You really have to stop for a moment and ask yourself, why am I wondering where my bag of shit went? The breaking news is this. You control the final discard. You control all of it. When you say you've had enough and you shut the portal to hell and that narc has no way in, you have removed yourself from the narc harem. You have stood up and said, I am not going to be anybody's victim any longer. I want a quality life, I deserve a quality life, and I'm not playing this game anymore. As long as you're willing to play the in and out game, to play the cat and mouse game, to get back on their slippery slope, they are going to detect this in you. They're going to smell it coming off of you, and you are absolutely setting yourself up for victimization, and that you cannot blame on them. Over a year ago, when we started this channel together, I was absolutely convinced I would crack this code. I would find the answer. I would find out how to free myself and pull all of you free with me. And then I started seeing comments from people saying they got free 20 years ago, but we're still suffering horribly. Holy cow, we got orbs today, guys. But the reality is this. 20 years ago, if you got free, where were you going with this stuff? walking into a public library? I mean, how were you going to find validation, freedom from this, a support network, fellow victims? I mean, they weren't sitting in the library, but this is a new day. And for those of you who've been suffering for 20 years, I'm telling you, my heart breaks for you. I am so sad and so sorry that happened to you. And I know sure as hell there was no help available, no support available, absolutely zero resources. And I know that you got stuck in a state of perpetual suffering. But this is a new day. This is a dawn of a new era. And those days are long behind us. I think many of us have come to conclude that we're not dealing with mental illness here. I think we've concluded that there is no known mental illness that causes everyone but the person with the mental illness to suffer and need therapy. I think we've concluded that this hive mind, these similarities go far above and beyond mental illness, that we are dealing with something absolutely vile, absolutely diabolical, absolutely soul and life crushing. So ask yourself, why an empath, an earth angel, a way shower, a truth teller like you, why would you wallow in this? Why do you not take control of this situation and shut that monster down? You have that power. The only one now disempowering you is you. And that's the code. That is the code cracked. There is no external help. Within ourselves, we have to make the decision enough is enough. Not only have we woken up to narcissistic abuse and what was happening in our lives, but we have woken up to a plethora of narcissism on the grandest scales. It is affecting every aspect of mankind's life today. And there is such a huge importance right now for us to snap the hell out of this and get on to the bigger picture. Yes, the demons from above have definitely infiltrated our lives on a domestic level. Kick that thing to the curb. Put that bag of shit on the curb and don't worry what happened to the bag of shit. You have yourself to protect. You have a big, big mission. The universe has selected you as a special person, as an enlightened, critically thinking person to spread light, to raise the vibration. You can't waste any more time wallowing in misery, and that you control. Now, some of you may say, yeah, Kim, sure, easy for you to say, but let me tell you, none of this has been easy for me. My soul has been rocked. My life has been damaged in ways unimaginable. Why? Why? Because I fell in love with someone. I showed up to what I believed to be a loving relationship, and I took every bit of me with me, and my ass was kicked. I was brutalized. I was emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually beaten to shit. So no, none of this has been easy for me. But let me tell you, I had to come to terms with what was happening, and I had to ask myself, who controls this and how much power do I have? Today, I'm free from narcissistic abuse because I decided I wasn't living in misery. I just wasn't. The odds of me being here is 1 in 400 trillion. I came to this planet to live my life, to be my brother's keeper, to serve humanity, to be the best person I can be, not to be tortured by a monster. Internalize that. I have accepted that. I own that. That is my reality. I control my life from this point forward, and so do you. Guys, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. I hope you guys are having a great narc-free day. Take your power back. It's yours.